Hello there, Texas Deacon here. Thank you for joining me. Today's lesson is entitled Feeding the Spirit. It's a parable. A couple old boys, they were best of friends. They worked together at this plant. And every Friday when they got paid, they got off, they would always go out to a different restaurant to eat. Been a thing they've been doing for many years. On this particular day, one of them just didn't feel good. Was about half sick. They had worked a lot of overtime that week and had good paychecks, but he just had to say no to his buddy and go home. Well, when he got home, he sat in a recliner and fell into a stupor, which a lot of us have done. They put in long weeks on the job, long hours on the job. And he had a dream, or a nightmare, whichever way you want to call it. But anyway, so a couple hours later, he wakes up in a cold sweat with the dream vivid on his mind. In the dream, him and his buddy had gotten off work, just like they always do. And his buddy said to him, "Hey, let's go down to Satan's fast food." Said they've got sin burgers, they're the greatest, devil fries that just melt in your mouth, a double thick adultery shake. It's just what we need. But his friend was saying, "No, not tonight. You know, there's always a crowd there." Well, yes, there's always a crowd at Satan's fast food, but there's always a table for us, no matter how much crowd there is, they find us a table. And his friend was insistent. "I'm going down to a new restaurant I've seen. It's Jesus' restaurant." And his friend said, "I've never heard of it." "Well, I've been seeing it lately and I will go check it out tonight." He said, "Okay, I'll talk to you later." Now, he goes down to Jesus' restaurant. Not many cars parked out in front of it. He goes inside. Beautiful waitress waits on him, calls him by name, and asks to show him a table, which is fine. She takes him to a table with a round table that has some other people there, and they call him by name, and he's kind of puzzling him. And he looks around, and it's a strange place for him. Anyway, the waitress brings him the menu. And he starts reading the menu. The first item on the list was God's forgiveness. And then he goes on, God's blessings, God's grace, love, wisdom, God's understanding, healing, Christian fellowship, the gift of prophecy, gifts of the tongue, miracles, joy, peace. And he's puzzled at these things, but he keeps reading. Gifts of the Holy Spirit, truth, faith. And by then the waitress had returned, and she looked at him, and he looked up at her, and there are tears rolling down his cheek. She smiles and says, "You want it all, don't you?" And he just nodded. He couldn't even speak. He just nodded, yes, he wants it all. Said, "If you take Jesus, you get it all." And he accepted it, and his spirit man was filled like it had never been filled before in his life. And he enjoyed the Christian fellowship of all those at the table. It was just wonderful to him. Finally it came time for him to get up and leave, and he goes up to where he thinks the register should be, and there's no register. And the person there said, "It's all paid for. Jesus paid for it 2,000 years ago." And then they hand him a to-go bag and explain to him that the to-go bag has everything in it that you have had. take it to your friend and get your friend to accept it. And then he began to wonder about his dream. Or was it a nightmare? Or was it a vision? What have you been feeding your spiritual man today, your spiritual woman, that person inside of you? Have you been feeding them the things of the devil or the things of Jesus Christ? The next time you go out to eat, you think of these words. Think about them. And then you do something about them. May God bless America. May God bless the Republic of Texas. And may God bless you and yours.